What if the secret to unlocking your business growth wasn't just about strategies or tools, but about building a relationship with God? That's what we're going to talk about today. So, as you come on, say hello so that we can say hello back to you. Welcome, welcome, y'all. Taking it back old school here. As you come on, say hello so we can say hello back to you. Today, y'all, we're talking about how David Green's faith built Hobby Lobby and what you can learn for it here on Wisdom Wednesday. If this is your first time tuning in, my name is Kathy McReynolds. We like to start the day out with some worship. Give you guys time to join in here as well. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that share button. Share it out to some people who can definitely want to use this and not see. I'm doing the same thing. I'm going to share it out to a few people. So as you come on, why don't you go ahead and do the same thing, y'all? How is your day going so far? Man, no matter what you're going through, just remember, God is only using you. And the battle of business is not yours. It's the Lord. You know what? That's a good place to go ahead and get everything started here, y'all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Go ahead and turn that off. We're going to go ahead and get everything started. Welcome to a Wisdom Wednesday, where we're going to talk about David Green and Hobby Lobby and his faith and wisdom. This is wisdom for us kingdom entrepreneurs. Like I asked you in the beginning, what if the secret to unlocking your business growth wasn't just about strategies? What if it just wasn't about tools? What if it was about your relationship with God? What? Say what? Yes, that's what we're going to talk about today. I want to share a powerful example of how faith can transform not only your heart, but also your business. So if you're ready to have your heart transformed, I'm going to tell you about David Green, who's the founder of Hobby Lobby. And anybody ever shop there? And his story, like y'all, is so extraordinary. And it's about faith and it's about business success. So I hope you learn a lot from this. See, David started his company with a $600 loan. I mean, can you imagine that? As big as they are today, and sometimes we get caught up in what we currently have. He borrowed $600 to get his business started. And then guess what he did? That vision, he wanted to create something meaningful. And his journey, it was unique, but it wasn't just about his entrepreneurial skills he had. It was how he made God the center of his business. And that's the exciting part. That's what I want you to focus on. See, David made some bold decisions rooted in faith. Are you willing to do that? You know, we always talk about how you can't be a secret agent when you put God at the center of your life. Because if he's at the center of your life, he needs to be at the center of your business. People need to know who you are so that it can lead them to him. So he made bold decisions. And as entrepreneurs, every day, we got to make some bold decisions. It may not be liked by everybody, but guess what? That's what God called us to do. And so if we take David's example, he closed all Hobby Lobby stores on Sunday, even when that decision seemed like it would be financial suicide in the retail world. And guess what? So many of you know we have Ice Fit Studio Med Spa, and that was a bold decision that we made. And our estheticians and our massage therapists and people would always say, well, Why won't you open up on Sunday? We want, we want to be here on Sunday. People are available on Sunday. I'm like, that's your time, so whether it's Saturday or Sunday for you, have a day that, just like the Sabbath, that God said, take that time aside to serve him, to worship him. See, he put us here to work, right? So he knew that we needed a day of rest. We needed a day that you could set aside. And that's what David did when he started Hobby Lobby. He's like, we're closed on Sunday, not only for his faith, but also for his employees, and also to let people know that this is the day that God said, right? Whether, we say we're under the new covenant or old covenant, he still said it's for your body. It's for your body to do the things that it needs to do, and to be able to rest, so that you, and also so that you can just dedicate that time to serving him, to being with your family. See, what he did, he also prioritized paying his employees above average wages. And that's one of the key things, man, especially when you're starting out, right? You're looking at the bottom line of what you have in your bank account, right? Versus the blessings that God's going to bestow on you by just trusting in him. So he made that decision, because remember, he said it's better to serve than to give than to receive. And we're called to serve people. So he sat down and he said, okay, what can I pay my employees? What am I going to pay them? Number one, I'm going to pay them more than what anybody else is paying them out there. And that right there is another bold decision. And he had to trust. He had to trust in that by honoring biblical principles. And God blessed his business beyond measure, right? And that's like when you think about that, how wonderful is that you made decisions to make sure that your employees are taken care of, that your commission people are taken care of, whoever you have on your team, and you bless them. And because you bless them, God bless you. We sometimes just think of blessing as, you're giving someone money, or you're paying tithes and things like that. No, it goes beyond that. So you can take that and put it into business. And Hobby Lobby grew into a multi-billion-dollar company. But here's what really stands out, is not about the money. David's success wasn't just about that revenue. It wasn't just about that money. It was about creating a business that aligned with his values and glorified God. So I'm asking you to challenge yourself, to ask yourself, how are you doing the same thing? See, his relationship with God became the foundation for every decision that he made. And that's why I love doing business about biblical principles. When I first got started in business, I think I was like 31, 32 years old. And I remember I had a million, I always call him a millionaire mentor. But part of his training and part of what we had to do is we had to read the Bible through. And that's before, we had the phones and all of that stuff. We had to read the Bible through every year. So he put us on a plan where 6 pages a day for 365 days. And then on top of that, we had to read a proverb every single day for the 30 days, right? And it wasn't church that led me to reading the Bible through. It was business that said, and a mentor that said, hey, this is where I get, and this was in financial services. He said, this is where I get my wisdom and my knowledge from, and I want us all be on the same page. And just that changed my life completely, right? So it's not where, we always say is church is not the building, is where you put it at. So you can build your business and teach people. If you have a team that you're training, you can use biblical principles. And, as I always say, your business may not, like Hobby Lobby is definitely not a biblical platform, but it is based on a biblical platform. And that's what this is all about. And so, like I said, not everyone may be thinking about building a business as large as Hobby Lobby. You're like, okay, well, he did that, but why not? Why not let God bless you beyond blessing? I mean, think about Think think about Joseph, how he went from the pit to the palace to prison, to the palace, and to leading and doing something extraordinary. Why not just allow yourself to be open to have what God has for you? Because these principles that guided David's success, guess what? They can guide your success. The principles that guided Joseph, they can guide you. So let's look at what you can learn from David Green's story. And I just want you to write these three key takeaways down. Number one, the number one thing that he did was seek God first in every decision. You go to Matthew 6:33, it says, but seek ye first the kingdom of God and what? His righteousness. And all these things shall be added unto you. So you got to have a plan in place, right? You got to have a plan in place on how you are going to go about seeking God first in his kingdom and righteousness. And one of the ways that we can help you do that is if you pick up a copy of our planner called Believe and Grow Rich, it is separated so that you can sit down and literally write out and plan what you're going to do. A lot of what I'm sharing with you in that planner and that we're going through is what I learned from my millionaire mentor over 30 years ago that is still applicable to this day. And just remember, before you make any big business decisions or small decisions, just ask yourself this: how does this align with God's will for my life and for my business? And then, as we talked about yesterday, you got to pray for wisdom and trust fully that he will direct your path. That's number one. Number two is honor God with your business practices. You know, Colossians 3:23 says, whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for human masters. So work at your business, not as you're doing it for people online, not as you're doing it for the customers, not as you're doing it for your employees, but work at it as you're doing it for God, and see how that starts to transform yourself. And just keep in your head, say to yourself, well, God approve of this. Am I honoring him in this decision? So, that can come from how you treat your customers, to the prices of your services, when you build your team. Every aspect of your business should reflect the integrity and the excellence that God demands from us, right? That he wants from us. Remember, your business is a kingdom platform, just like David's. Whether it's about biblical principles, it is based on that. Number three is just trusting God's timing and his provisions. Proverbs 3:5-6, study that and it'll talk to you about that. You just got to trust in the Lord with all your heart, not just some of your heart, with all of your heart. With all of your heart, you got to trust. Like when you're in business, let me tell you, it is a fight of faith, right? It is a fight of faith. You will go through so many like ups and downs and turnarounds, and if you don't get yourself rooted in what God and trusting in him with all your heart and leaning not in your own understanding, it will take you out of business before you even get started. So just remember it. And it goes on to say in 6, in all your ways, acknowledge him and he shall direct your path. I mean, like, think about this. We get mentors, like, yes, I'm on here and I would love to mentor and help you, but the ultimate mentor that you have is God. And then he gave us the Holy Spirit. We don't need humans to tell us what to do. He does tell us to seek wise counsel, but he has given you everything you need. And so part of like your reading habits, meditating on his word day and night, all of that's going to help you to be able to grow. And that's what Green did. He trusted that closing his stores on Sunday wouldn't ruin his business. Man, if you honor God and you do something against tradition, that will never ruin you. Yes, are you going to face oppositions? Yes, are you going to have people telling you you shouldn't do that? But remember, do it. Be bold. Do what God said to do. And in that same way, when you're trusting God, it means that he's called you to step out on faith, even if it doesn't make sense to the rest of the world. That's okay. So How can you apply this wisdom that we're talking about today to your business? Simple as this. Simple as this. Just start your day with prayer. Start your day with prayer, asking God for clarity and asking Him for directions. That simple. Could be one sentence, right? Look at the next thing you can do is look at one business decision that you can be struggling with and write it down. Pray over it and asking the Holy Spirit to guide your steps. And that's some of the reasons why you'll love that Believe and Grow Rich planner. It gives you the opportunity to write all of that down. And then what you're doing is you're creating a journal of your life, of your business, of everything that you're doing. You can go to believeandgrowrich.org to pick up a copy of that, and I'll drop that in the comments. Let me know what you're getting out of this so far, and you can drop that in the comments, and whether you caught it during the live or replay. And y'all, just take one bold action step a week that aligns closely with your faith and the values that you have. And it could be something as simple as showing kindness to a client. It could be something as big as revamping your mission statement. Have you looked at that? Do you need to go back and take a look at that and say, is this aligned with the principles that God has given me? So if you're ready to build a business that honors God and leads to great success, I'm going to ask you to join us at Bible Business Academy. Let us help you get your mission out that God called you to do. Our commitment is, when we look at this, we're building faith-driven entrepreneurs who are learning to integrate biblical principles into every aspect of their business. And that's the exciting part. So, and if you want to go deeper, you can also pick up a copy of our book, Bible Business Secrets. And I mentioned it before, and our Believe and Grow Rich planner. It will help you out tremendously. When you look at these resources, they're designed to help you align your business with your faith. And most importantly, take action, because show me your faith without action is dead. So you got to take actionable steps towards your success. And that's what we want to help you to do. So in closing, y'all, remember, your business isn't just about making money. It's about fulfilling God's purpose for your life. And when you take the time and build a strong relationship with Him, you'll find that the revenue, the opportunities, and the impact will always follow. You don't have to chase it. He's going to place it in front of you. So let's finish out this week with boldness, knowing that God has already equipped you with everything that you need to succeed. So thank you all for joining us on this Wisdom Wednesday, and we look forward to talking to you tomorrow on Thankful Thursday. All right, y'all, don't forget, pick up a copy of that Believe and Grow Rich at believeandgrowrich.org, and you can pick up a copy of our book, Bible Business Secrets, at BibleBusinessAcademy.com/book. I'll put both of those in the comment section for you. Let me know what you got out of it. Let me know what bold decision that you're going to take or you're already taken this week, and how prayer is changing